Hi, I'm going to talk about which customers attribute determine success of a marketing campaign, and my data story type is drill down. My audience is marketing campaign management team, and I'm Puravi Sen. So in this project, I'm exploring historical marketing campaign data to determine for a profitable future marketing campaign which attributes should be taken into consideration for target selection or determining other logistics so that conversion rate is maximized. My data set is from a Portuguese banking institution who has undertaken a multiple outbound telemarketing campaign to cross-sell many of its products and its existing customers and would like to take another campaign initiative. So, as I said, my data story type is drill down. I'll take a whole lot of data set, the whole data set with me, and I'll try to find out the target or the target uh, of the marketing campaign so that the ROI is maximized. So, I was trying to find out how does past campaign information influence the success of a future marketing campaign, and I find out that customers who had positively respond to a prior campaign by purchasing some other product are more likely to make a purchase again. So target this segment is natural, but my next steps with recommendation we, of targeting this segment is analyze the purchase behavior of the customer who had not made a purchase in response to prior campaign to to expand the scope of the campaign. So I have tried to find out and drill down deeper, and I with that customer who does own a housing loan or not, and how does it affect the campaign. So I found out that customer who doesn't have a housing loan are more likely to purchase the deposit than the customers who doesn't have any housing loan. So my recommendation is find out more profitable segment in this group of customer. Do not target customer who own a housing loan, but my next step will be find out someone in housing, someone in that housing loan group to again to expand the scope of the campaign. And I was trying to determine if job type is also something which plays a role in who have a housing loan. So I found out that student or teacher, student or I'm sorry, student and retired person among them who doesn't have who has a housing loan is more likely to purchase than customer in other occupation. So my recommendation is to target this segment with campaign. My next step is analyze the purchase behavior of the customer who had not made a purchase in other occupation and does not own a housing loan and are not student or retired person too. So I was thinking about the loan. So I my finding here was the person who have loan in the above previously said group are more like without loan are more likely to purchase the product. And my next step is drill down to find out if there is any other variable which is affecting the campaign. So and I thought that balance is also playing a role. The customers and I find out that customers who had not made a purchase in response to a prior campaign and do not own a housing loan and not retired or student or not a personal loan and have a bank balance greater than or equal to 1200,000 are more likely to purchase the product. So and what I have seen that number of campaign is contact in campaign is really playing a role. Like customers do not become more likely purchase the product if repeatedly contacts are made as a part of campaign. So given the budget constraints, it is advisable to avoid contacting customers who have already been contacted multiple times. And timing in the year is a good key thing. So about my timing is playing a good role in this campaign. So uh, March, December, and September and October are the months when uh, we should target to do the campaign. So my recommendation for this is to plan the campaign in this month or assign more budget to this month campaign. So conclusion of this is there are overall population in this order that segment 1, that customer who had positively responded to a prior campaign, they are more likely to purchase the product. Segment 2 are the customer who had not made a purchase in response but mm, do not own a housing loan, are either retired or student. They are also they can be a target base of ours. And segment 3 is the customers who had not made a purchase, so but and they don't have a housing loan, not retired in other occupation, or do not own a personal loan, have bank balance greater than 1200,000. They can be a good segment to target. So recommendation is target section selection should be depending on the budget, and the um, segment 1 to 3 should be the target in respective order. As I say, timing is a good thing to watch for, like in the month of March, December, September, and October. We should look for more and more campaign or assign more budget. And frequency of contacts is, given the budget constraints, it is desirable to avoid contacting customers who had already been contacted multiple times. That's all for now. Thank you so much and good night.